Hey guys, Frank's Toys here. Today we'll be looking at Fire Dagwon from the series Brave Command Dagwon. And the Brave Command Dagwon is from a multi-series of television shows called Yuusha or Brave in Japan and Korea. It aired in both in Japan and Korea. And the Brave series is kind of a successor to Transformers in Japan. Japan Transformers ran throughout the 80s, and through the 90s, Japan mostly focused on making giant robots in the form of Yuusha. And Yuusha was actually made by Takara Tomy and Sunrise as a joint effort to create toys and and then sell them through a TV show. And yep, so that's where all the cool Gaogaigar or Goldran, if you ever heard of them, when Fire Dagwon, this guy, come from. It's kind of a pseudo-transformer. I call it the evolution of Transformers, but I might get murdered for saying that, so this guy is a Yuusha transformer in my classification of toys. Well, anyways, so this guy looks really cool. And he has an eagle motif from his chest to his kind of ear thingies, ear decoration or helmet extensions, and then has a really cool looking fire logo kind of head crest there with a nice star in the middle. And yeah, you can even see, like, in his crotch, like, there's a eagle resting, like, kind of its claws, and yeah, it's like just the kind of fire falcon, fire eagle motif going on. Oh, and I forgot his chest. It can raise up this carrot to make it look more like an eagle or falcon. But anyways, this guy, very cool. He has he's an assassin, actually. He's from the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood series. No, I'm just kidding. But he has a retractable sword on his arm, and just like an assassin, he can't really assassinate giant robots because yeah, like, this thing is probably the size of a fire truck ladder fully extended in real life. So yeah, bash you in with his freaking arm sword, whatever, it's hidden blade. And articulation wise, this guy is not the best. He has rudimentary feet articulation that really don't get any use, because everything from the waist down, he's unable to move. However, as brickish as this is, you gotta remember that this thing came out in 1995. And 1995, I was born in 1995. So that is 28 years. Ooh, 28 years, 28 long years this toy has survived in this white condition somehow. And yeah, so these toys, remember, aren't supposed to be like posable action figures. They're more supposed to be playset figures, which are kind of the theme that Yuusha has had throughout the years. They focus less on articulation and more on having the toys be playable and have cues from the shows. So like the transformation is exactly the same as it is in the show, and the play pattern is exactly the same as it is in the show. Like the fire blade, it's obviously in the show he does the same movement. And so yeah, I think that's enough about this guy's robot mode. Let's take him down to transformation and back to kind of show you guys what the play pattern of this guy is. So to transform this guy into plane mode, we're going to take off both of his arms, and if you see, the fists just roll right in. I should show this first. The ambulance, the fists just roll right in, and there are a set of wheels on top of the wrist. And this just turns into ambulance like that. And if you can see, it rolls around very nice. With all wheels are being plastic wheels, so it rolls very nice. And that is actually useful for the gimmick that we're gonna show up later. And the fire truck actually has to extend, because the fire truck is I like they decided to make the fire truck a little bit longer than the ambulance, because it just makes sense that the fire truck should be extended, and it looks nice. And yeah, that's where we're gonna put the two vehicles. And so we're going to take off his chest like this. And this is a cool part about Yuusha. They always have like some kind of core master, but yeah, they're hiding in the core of this robot is a police car, because everyone wants to be either a doctor, a fireman, or policeman. All right. Well, anyways, let's close this guy back up, and the head has to come down from. So this guy has two opening chests, one here, one there, and the bottom one leads access to full landing gear too. So we're actually going to get the landing gear out while we can. This is actually a easier method of getting the landing gear out than later. So his arms, they just go like this, and then they fold right into the cavity. And the cavity, we can, I mean, under the arm, we can see a nice nice wing kind of sticker. Very nice. And yep, just like that. And we're going to bring them up and then close it on the top. And so it's currently out of frame how big this guy is. When he is in the jet mode. He is very impressively big in the jet mode. And fold the chest back up, and we're going to fold the feet just like this. In the bottom, it's just it just folds in. It's nothing crazy, you guys. And also we're going to take off, push his crotch forward. It's spring loaded like this, and while you can just fold the legs and like auto transforms, it really damages the spring when you do that. So I recommend just pulling out his crotch and then folding his legs, just like I did to your mother. No kidding. Okay, and then so here we are going to move the camera a little bit back, because this guy is very flat, but flat is justice. Oh, and don't worry about Yuusha Toys making all these like crazy sounds when you're like transforming them. Ow. Okay, that was scary, because the plastic tolerance for these guys are designed to be like handled by little children, and aggressive little children from the ages of like 5 to 6 or something like that, which they destroy everything. But anyways, so here is Fire Dagwon in his jet mode with all his 3 vehicles that make up the constituents of the giant robot. Except for this guy. You don't really need this guy, but this guy is just cool to have, because this guy also transforms into a robot. Very nice. And I'm only missing some accessories from this guy, there are missiles actually that go into the plane engines, and this guy comes with a small little pistol, but I don't know. I got this guy for really cheap, so I don't really know where they are, and they didn't come with them. And yeah, there's no I'm not complaining. This guy's cool enough without those things. Maybe the turbine missiles I'm missing, but oh, what am I gonna do? Anyways, back into the police car form, and here is a lot of the play pattern of the jet. So the jet can actually turn into a base. So this is the jet form. Actually, before I turn it into a base, I should show you guys how cool this jet is. It's a very chunky jet, but like it's actually, unlike most plane transformers, it actually pulls off what it's trying to do really well. Like in the show, it looks exactly like it did in the show. Because well, the show is partnered with show was a partnership to sell toys, so obviously the show had to be very accurate about depicting the toy version. But yeah, as you can see, very 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 convincing jet mode. It looks like a cargo like jet, of course, and I don't know why it has all these windows, because like it just, I don't know, like if I was to pick on anything, I'd say about like all these windows being here despite being a freaking like a cargo jet. But I don't know, if it wanted to fly and like be part of Japan Airlines or something, like I don't know, like maybe it can carry people across. Maybe if there was like a bad situation where the baddie was destroying the city and this guy had to evacuate citizens and then come back to the fight to fight the baddie, then yeah, I can see where that goes. And so his wings, they go up, and his legs split apart. You can split apart the legs however much you want, but I like to leave it like this. And there are ratchet joint detents, so they kind of show you where the legs should be. And that's just like a friendly suggestion where the legs should be. And so the fire truck goes on to his right leg from, I mean his left leg from transformation, but right because of being it transformed. And then the ambulance goes in the other one. And then you can close up the leg like this. And he has, remember how his arms transformed into the center of the cockpit? You can actually raise the, I mean, you can actually lower, there's a ramp, and then the police car, and if I can get this in shot, the police car can back up, or actually just I don't know, I've never tried this mode before, but yeah, police car can go in front end into the jet. Very nice. And then you can have the jet transport all of its constituents into the jet form, which I find very cool. Look, it's a parts former, but it's a smart parts former, and that's why I think Fire Dagwon is a very sought after piece, because its play pattern, it's in the show, the ambulance and the fire truck launch out of the jet in the air to make the arm, and then like the police car can store inside the cockpit, and cool things like that make Fire Dagwon a great toy. And if you ever want to launch them, you can pull down the ramp from the chest cavity, and then you can have the police car just rear end out of the vehicle and get the bumpers on the ground or something like that. And you can also raise up the legs again, raise up the plane, and then open the plane hatches. Open the plane hatches, both of them, and then we can close the centers to make sure. And there are actually levers on the side of the leg. So if you push this, it comes out. And the other side, if you push that lever, the fire truck just rolls out. Very cool. And to get this guy transformed back into his robot mode, all you need to do is just finagle with him a little bit, lower the legs a little bit, and the jet, get the arms ready, get the turbines ready, like that, and like that. And it is a very simple transformation. As you can see from over here, there is a set of T-bone pegs to slots, and they just slot up like that right on the side. And then we can get the turbines placed, the turbine cannons. These guys come with missiles, like I've said before, and you can fire the missiles by pushing them through the back, through here. It's a friction joint missile, and they kind of fill out the turbine, but really not an essential accessory, I should say, for sure. And we get the arms out of the cockpit. Let's twist the arms back. Twist the arms back, and then we're going to get the ramp back inside the chest. And here goes Fire Dagwon. Wait, no, this guy's Dagfire. This guy's called Dagfire, the small guy. The core master is called Dagfire, and the combined form is called Fire Dagwon. And we're going to raise. Oh, I forgot to talk about these landing gears. You know, when the plane was on the ground, it was sitting flush. That's because of these landing gears right here. And they never forget, old toys especially, they never forget landing gears for a plane, which I feel like it's a very nice piece of detail. So this guy is, I'm just going to transform the fire truck arm first, and then I'm going to transform the ambulance arm. And as you can see, they have little screw holes, so you might want to put, and then the front side doesn't have any screw holes, so that's where you can tell which arm goes where. Or you can just remember that the right arm is a fire truck and the left arm is an ambulance. So, and let's get the and that he is back into his robot mode. What else can I say is this guy, as you can see, is very detailed in terms of his play setting. Like from the fire truck extending to the cars being able to roll out of the legs, which is the cargo storage, using that lever, and just the design motif and everything, and even the landing gears as well as the turbines. A very detailed figure, very detailed but not very posable, which kind of strikes me as odd, especially now that like things like Solo Chogokin, for example, you have a very posable and detailed thing, but they cost almost $300 to $400 to pop. So it reminds me of high-end toys in the terms of play pattern and how fun they're supposed to be when handled. But the cost, obviously, this would have cost maybe like $50, $40 back in the day for children. So yeah, very nice toy and very cool piece from the Yuusha series, and I would definitely recommend that you guys pick one up if you're a fan of Yuusha or if you're a fan of Transformers and are looking for something that will excite your inner child in a way that most modern toys can't recreate this kind of magic with. So yeah, that was my review of Fire Dagwon, and thanks guys for tuning in, and please like and subscribe this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later with a new video. Next time it's going to be Magna Boss.